So I was actually focusing on making another video, which actually I've made and I've edited to be uploaded. But I got distracted because I went to check the comments. So I just uploaded a recent video. In this recent video, I'm actually speaking concerning what these children saw. The children that saw concerning the rapture thing, as well as Mr. Joshua. The vision he speaks of that he saw Jesus saying 23rd, 24th. I was actually getting into that issue. So whilst I'm actually answering some of the comments there, I come across one. It's from Lebohang. Lebohang actually just dropped this one to say, I'm really concerned, Brother Nicholas, because it seems as if a lot of people don't see anything wrong. So the Saint Twins, apparently, on their YouTube, they've posted that today they'll be hosting Brother Joshua about 5 p.m. Now, when they said this, there's been comments, and a lot of people were really shocking in how that people were saying, let's encourage him, saints. Like encouraging saints, amazingly, we don't even know in what. And then others were like, I love you, Brother Joshua, and stuff. Now, I'm not promoting hate and I'm not promoting bitterness, but this seems to actually go straight to what I had predicted earlier. If you'll remember very well, earlier I had predicted that normally in most cases when people follow people, how that the Seventh-day Adventist was born. I did give an example that it was in a similar situation where they predicted the coming of Jesus. It didn't happen, and then that is how it was born. So are we looking toward a new cult? A cult is anything that actually gets to deviate from the true doctrine of Scripture. With this, I would say, this is why we need people to be under churches and leaders. Because if Joshua was accountable to someone, he would have been told to sit down. Don't say anything anymore. Even this thing of just apologizing, you just apologizing, like that's not enough. The true problem is this, that there's a spirit that spoke to you and that spirit said it's coming and it imposed itself as Jesus and it didn't happen. So that thing on its own is a serious danger. Now, a lot of people are saying, no, Jesus is really coming. You really realize that we have a lot of believers that are not Bible-based Christians. So it makes you wonder if really these people are truly saved. Guys, the thing is, if someone comes and says, Jesus says, I'm coming on the 23rd, the 24th, have you ever read the scriptures? If you read the scriptures, you realize that Jesus is so accurate. God is so accurate. If God predicted in the Old Testament that the lamb would be killed on the 14th of Nisan at 3 p.m. and then Jesus comes 2,000 years later, he dies on the 14th of Nisan, 3 p.m. exactly on the dot, then what is it that's stopping him? Because that very same God should be the same God now. So if God says it's coming 23rd to the 24th, it should be really like that. So really, it shows that people are listening to a spirit that is not of Christ. And this spirit is being accepted into the church. So please watch out for this. But what I'm trying to tell you is, be careful, because it seems as if we are actually getting into a new cult again. Remember the vision that I shared with you? I think it was a year ago after Enigma, where I had a vision that God showed me. And this was around now in November, after all the deception that has been there over our social media concerning God and the messages and all of that. I saw two men coming before me in a vision, dark-shadowed men. I'm speaking about South Africa. And then I just saw two men come before me in a vision. God was showing me a vision. And they were like shadowless, shadowed bodies, silhouette. And then the Lord ministered to me that these are two more deceptions that are coming. So they are equal in the ability and in what they will do. They have an equal size, and then they seem to be more equal. But they are still yet to come. They are not yet. So saints, be careful. We're really in the last days. There's so much deception. There's so much stupidity. There's so much compromise. There's so much loss of identity. We really, really need to pray for the church, really, honestly.